Hey guys! Two of the main narrative tools to create, maintain and boost audiences' attention and engagement are surprise and suspense.
Our chief weapon is surprise, surprise and fear.
Suspense is created by giving information to the audience about an outcome.
You can only get the suspense element going by giving the audience information.
This is suspense. But surprise requires that their mental focus is somewhere else. And this is surprise. If you are expecting a birthday party, there is no surprise. There is suspense to find out whether your friends prepared a party or not. It should be called a suspense party. But when you stumble upon your neighbor during your vacation, this is surprise, because you were not expecting him at all. Surprise is a brief mental state triggered by an external event. Keywords here are surprise, brief, mental state, trigger, external event. A very tight definition. So, this is also a surprise. Everything else that you were doing or thinking will stop being processed until this situation is managed. That's why surprise is such a good method to erase short-term memories. Basically, surprise represents the difference between expectations and reality. The more convinced you are that you aced that test, the more surprised you'll be when you get an F. The more convinced an spectator is that his car is in the middle of the deck, the more surprised he'll be when it jumps to the top. But hey, no need to over-try to convince them.
Are you sure? 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 Are you sure?
As magic is mostly breaking the linear causal relationship between two events, the most logical response to that is surprise. Yep, that's why magic causes surprise. So if at the end of a routine, the audience is just surprised, it means two things. Magic did its job, and you did nothing. Surprise doesn't have a predetermined valence. It can be neutral, positive, negative, pleasant or unpleasant. It's an ambivalent emotion. That's why it's such a great element for fiction and performance. Because anger and fear are usually considered negative emotions. Trust and joy, positive ones. But both surprise and anticipation depends on the expectation. And the expectation depends on their bias and the context. We could consider surprise as a transparent empty container, ready to be filled with whatever you desire. It will be ready then to become a moving surprise, an event that moves your audience emotionally towards the path that you have chosen. If you just offer plain surprise again and again, they will stop reacting, because their instinct mind knows that there is no threat. The emotional mind will start to know that there is no meaningful content, and the rational mind starts to wonder why didn't they go to watch Mary Poppins remake instead.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Well, enough for today. More on suspense and surprise in the upcoming videos. In the meanwhile, why don't you leave a comment and we start the conversation? And if you really want to go deeper, exploring these kind of topics and how they relate to your magic, be sure to check our new project, Campus Mágico Academy. A 6-month adventure to boost your performing skills, awaken your artistic sensitivity, and to find your own voice in magic. Until then, stay safe.